Hey guys, what's up? This is Petra, and then basically this is my gaming channel. It's called Petra Games. So on this channel we're going to be trying out a lot of different games. Like right now today we're going to be trying out Microsoft's Flight Simulator, that is the 2024 edition, and then we're also going to be trying out different games like Call of Duty and RDR, Red Dead Redemption 2 most probably, and then a couple of other games like Minecraft. And so yeah, stay tuned and subscribe to my channel. We're gonna be playing a lot of more games. We're gonna keep it fun. So today we're gonna just simply take off an Airbus A3. Sorry, it's not an Airbus. It's a Boeing 737. So we're gonna take off a Boeing 737, and we're gonna do that quickly and just take it up to a good cruise altitude. And yeah, so let's get going. So this is the first time I'm basically trying this game. It's basically literally not the first time. I did try to fly the Cessna a couple of times, but it keeps stalling because I don't know what's the reason for it to stall. So I'm gonna try a full wide body Dreamliner. This is the 737 Boeing. So I'm gonna set up the flight. You can see I've already tried this once, but it didn't really go well. That's also because I'm more of a shooter. I play more of shooter games like FPS or maybe third party shooter, and then maybe things like Battlefield, Call of Duty are more of my thing. But I always wanted to be a pilot, but I'm never going to be, so might as well just do it on the computer. So right now we're going to try the Boeing 737. And since that's set, we're gonna go ahead and set a few flight conditions. So you can see we have the weather to live, air traffic control to live as well, but I'm gonna off that as of now. We really don't need the live one unless I'm taking this seriously. So yeah, since that's done, we're gonna be trying a couple of airports, and Changi seems to be one of my favorite ones. That's in Singapore. I mean, pretty much the only big airport that I've been to. So apart from that, I've been to uh, Port Moresby, that's right above Australia, but then it's not a big airport. However, we're gonna be flying out of Changi today, and as we have the weather set to live, it's pretty much the live weather update that we have. So we're gonna quickly set the arrival airport. It really doesn't matter because we're not gonna be landing this flight. We're just gonna be taking off, a real quick takeoff. So let's get started. So stay tuned to my channel. We're not gonna play just Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're gonna be trying a lot of other games, and right now it's probably because I'm kind of streaming, which is why the game is a bit laggy. But we're playing on a HP Vectus 15, which has an i5 13 Gen processor and a RTX 3050 card, which is pretty entry level. But as you can see, it's still handling the game pretty decently. So that's about it. Without further delay, we're going to remove the armrest. We have the parking brakes here. It's going to be set to released, and that's the speed brakes. If armed, we're probably going to end the flight real quick because that's something that we arm once we've taken off. And this is basically the place where you view your altitude, your pitch rate of your flight, and things like that. And that's our landing gear. That's the throttles of both engine 1 and 2. And that's the flaps, which will help you set a right climb rate to your wing configuration. But as of now, since we're taking off, we're just going to keep it at flap 5 and say hello to my co-pilot here at Changi Airport. We're just going to name him something. What should we name him? We're going to name him Daniel. Okay, so that's Daniel. Okay, so that's a view of my favorite airport, which is Changi. That's in Singapore, and we're gonna take off this big wide body Dreamliner, which is the 737 Boeing. So without further delay, just going to show you guys the exterior of this flight. So basically it's a dual engine flight wherein you have two engines probably made by General Electric or Rolls-Royce. At this point I'm really not sure, and right now we're flying a Boeing business jet. And to the back side you can see the rudder of the flight. This is the rudder. So basically this whole thing is known as the rudder of the flight. I think I've zoomed in real quick. So that part. And then you can see by pressing Q and A on the keyboard, it's going to change the angle of the rudder. So right now we're going to set it to straight. I hope it's straight because that's going to ruin the direction of our flight pretty much. So going to check that real quick. And yeah, that's pretty straight right now. So we're just going to head back into the cockpit. So we're going to increase the throttles of both these to 40% and then take off at around 100% of our engine speed that's throttled. And you can see that to the left hand side here. You can see your airspeed once you're up in the air. Flaps are set to 5, and your altitude, we're going to climb up to let's say 1000 feet first, and then we're just going to stop flying probably because I really don't know how to land this one. So without further delay, we're going to reach something known as the rotation speed, or in other terms known as V1, which means that this flight is capable of taking off in a single engine in case of any in case of any catastrophe where one engine fails. It can still take off with one engine. So that's the speed at which we're going to rotate. Rotate means we're going to pull back on this uh, yoke right here. So how we do that is basically on the keyboard we're going to press W to pitch down, and S to pitch the flight up or pull the yoke back, and Q and E to maintain the rudders so that you can sort of see in which direction, left or right, your flight is going to take off in. And so yeah, that's pretty much all I know about aircrafts. So we're going to quickly press R to take this to move the engines to around 40% first. So you can see we'll have movement on the aircraft towards the forward side, and then you can already see that the aircraft is moving towards the center of the runway right now. So we're gonna push the throttles further to get it to 100%, and we have a flap configuration of 5. Right, so we're just gonna quickly increase that speed. Gonna try to center it because I again played with the rudder, so it's not really centered, but yeah, I think that's pretty centered. So we're gonna reach a maximum altitude of around 2 to 3,000 feet right now, and we're quickly going off the runway because I messed up with the rudder right there, and now I will set it back. So I'm gonna pull back on the yoke. As you can see, the flight is slowly taking off, and I just missed the runway right there. So if we have a positive climb, we're going to remove the landing gear. So we're going to be able to see that, and once we have a positive climb, we're just going to get rid of the flaps and leave it at 0. So I'm going to move the flaps to 0. I'm going to quickly take you guys to the external view. As you can see, we've taken off successfully. It's a beautiful hazy day. Oh, we just took off from the storm. So we're going to climb a little further, and right now we're at 4,500 feet, which you can see to the bottom left of the screen right here. And we have a flap set to 0, so We're gonna try and pitch the nose of the flight a bit. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And we're about to crash. We're about to crash. That's for sure. So yeah, maybe I should just stick to Call of Duty. This is not my thing clearly. That was a horrific crash that we've had, and luckily it was on land, so we're all dead. So yeah, that's about it for the first flight. Let's try and do that with a different flight now. I'm gonna end this real quick. Okay, so that was disastrous. We're gonna try a different flight right now. So, guys, like I was saying, can't wait to play other games and then share it with you guys as well. So, quickly subscribe to the channel. And right now, we're just gonna try a smaller aircraft, probably. Okay, let's not try a small aircraft. Okay, let's just do a Cessna, which is a small aircraft, which is a single propeller. We're gonna do a Cessna 208B. Or should we just do a Cessna 172 Skyhawk? Okay, let's do a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. We're gonna select the takeoff at a different airport. So Singapore is one airport that I've been to. In Port Moresby, we've been to the main airport that's at Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea. We're gonna try something different. We're gonna try there's a place called Hagen. That's again in Papua New Guinea. Or maybe it's called, if I'm not wrong, it's called Kagamuga. Oh no. Okay, cool. We'll just do, I want something remote, but I'm not really able to think of one, so we'll just go ahead with one of the airports that we get. So we'll go with Arlanda as of now. That's set to the departure, and then arrival we're just going to leave it as Changi because we again not going to land this flight. So we're going to quickly start taking off. So currently it's just about sunrise at Arlanda, so we're gonna have an early morning weather, really cool weather there. So again, all the flight configurations are already gonna be set. And coming to the Cessna, it's a single propeller engine, not a lot to talk about, and it's a beautiful trainer flight as well. So we're gonna try the Cessna now. So we're gonna be trying different games on this channel, so make sure you check in on time. And we're also going to be trying Call of Duty real soon. That should be probably the next video that I'm going to upload. So alright, so the flight is set and we're here at Arlanda. Let's just quickly go ahead and start the flight.
Arlanda Tower, Cessna Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf, Sierra ready at runway 08. Departure to the east.
Roger that. So I'm gonna be setting the parking brakes to off on this flight. Where I can do that, I really have no clue. It's somewhere here, if I'm not wrong. Yep. Oh, so that was a parking brake? Okay, no, maybe not. So again, this is the throttle, so I'm going to press R. It's going to sort of take off the plane, but we're going to do this from the external view. So probably it's going to be better, or should I take off first and then go to the external view? No, we're just gonna take this flight off with an external view itself. And I'm gonna take this, pitch the angle a bit above so we get a view of what's below us as well. So we're gonna press R on the keyboard, which is again gonna increase the throttle. As you can see, everything else remains the same. We're gonna be having no V1 here because this flight only has one engine, so it's just a basic rotation speed. And we're gonna gently start pressing S like the co-pilot is mentioning, and yeah, we have positive climb. So the thing about the Cessna is basically it does not need a longer runway when compared to the other bigger airliners that we just flew, like the Airbus A370. Sorry, I always get it confused because I love Airbus,
Atlanta
but
Tower,
what
Cessna
I flew was
Alpha,
the Boeing
Sierra,
737.
Golf Sierra. Continue for east departure.
So yeah, there is no co-pilot here. We do have. So the places in which the Cessna flies is mostly remote and things like that, where it carries a lot of cargo. So you can see here, it's just been stripped off from the second seat, just taken it. You can just fly it by one particular pilot. So okay, so it says flaps to retract flaps after takeoff. We're gonna press V. Okay, so we've retracted the flaps, and now you can see that the flight is slowly pitching downward. Now let's see what else it asks us to do. So I'm really not sure. I gotta learn what I gotta do once I'm up in the air, but isn't this beautiful? The countryside view of this beautiful country. Okay, so it's probably winter, so you can see a lot of snow out there. And yeah, so that's about it. We are having a good climb. We're gonna quickly move out to the external view of this particular flight and try to check it out a bit. So that's me right there.
Atlanta Tower, Cessna Alpha, Sierra, X-ray Golf Sierra. Frequency change.
Great. So just gonna try to get the plane into the blue boxes that we're seeing there. So just gonna try to slightly do that. Pitch the nose a bit down. Okay, let's try to turn and then land in the same. Whoops. Okay, that's a horrible turn. I've started to stall again. So gonna try to get it back. Gonna try to get it back. Okay, great. So I'm gonna quickly reduce the throttle here a bit so that we can sort of stabilize the flight. And we're gonna try to land it in the same. Okay, forget about landing. I really don't think we can do that right now. I'm gonna try and stabilize the flight first. Pitch the nose down. Okay, we're gonna go really close to this road here and then take off. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Oh no. Okay, so that's a successful second crash. One with the Dreamliner and one with the Cessna. So that's about it for this video, guys. I think this is not my cup of tea. I think I should just stick to Call of Duty and games like that, but this was really fun. As you can see, it's crashed for the second time. Okay, we're gonna try to drive it like a car the next time because I really can't fly this thing. But that's pretty much about it. Okay, so we're gonna get out, fly it, take a look at the outer view, turn, and that's basically how I've crashed this particular flight. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. As you could see, it went tragic and I'm after all a worthless pilot, but I'm gonna try to get better at this so I can share more content with you guys about flying, and we're gonna try other games as of now like Call of Duty and things like that, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.